if they had a big load on the boat, and run to one side, they put brick enough on it to balance it, and that's where these brick come from on the tower part.
On the main section of the house.
Yeah, then I had a brick man to come by here and take a sample of the old brick, carry it with him, and made me a kilo of brick, 20,000 brick. I only needed 14,000 to do my job, but I had to make a kilo of 20 to get a match out of brick.
Huh. And he built these 3 sections on.
Here, and the
other end. Right. Go ahead.
Step up here? No, that's fine.
We've been here, the wife said about 18 years, but I've owned it about, I bought it in 72. But she said it took me 2 years to remodel.
It still belongs to you, though, in 72.
Yeah. I bought it in.
You want to tell them about the grave up there?
Yeah, they told us, asked how old it was, you know, trying to find the history on it to find out the age of the house, and they said, well, the man that built the house was buried, him and his wife was buried on his farm. And when we bought it, it was all grown up. My brother had bulldozers, and he came in here and to grade it down and fix it up. And we found the cemetery back here, and Zachariah Drummond and his wife were buried there. And they said, well, look on the tombstone, and it dated me and Zachariah, the year that me and Zachariah Drummond died. They was building a house, and they quit working on it right then and didn't complete the house. So that was 1830, so the house was built roughly in 1830. And so I don't know the boy's name, it might have been some of y'all here, but so many people have come from the Higginbotham family that I can't. He said, while you're working your bulldozer here and cleaning up the place around here, I said, if you find a Confederate soldier buried on here, said, I'd like to have a belt buckle. About 2 years ago, my boy was here, and some of the Higginbotham family had been by here before I bought it, and he had a Confederate belt buckle on, and he got it up a trunk, was in this house right here.
So it was in the house?
It was in the house. That's what he told my boy. And they tell us that taking 2 Confederate soldiers in that was wounded and cared for them, and both of them died on the place here. He was buried on the place.
Well, that's really history.
And it said it was stained on the floor, and we've had some kind of stain that just keeps on bleeding through the...
Ghosts. We have ghosts.
We haven't seen any.
No, Granddaddy was one. Aunt Mary, Dad, Aunt Ella, and Uncle Henry were born.
We're all born here, yeah.
No, I wasn't born here.
Did you ever come here as a little child?
When I was 12 years old, we came to visit Uncle Fletch on the way to Washington.
And most of the trim work on the old part of the house, now I didn't do anything to it. But the brick, every room just had the brick showing, old ugly brick in there, and the mortar all falling out of it. And all the old part, I'd taken and nailed metal layers to the brick and had a plaster come in and do a plaster job over the brick. And in one closet under one stairway in there, I left it like it was to show people. And it's a dirty old closet, but that's the way it looked when I bought it. We remodeling in one of those old boxes up there. I put new bows around it, but it was a bunch of letters in there. I said a bunch of paper in there, but one letter that I could make out in it. It was good. Rats hadn't told that at all. But the others, they chewed it up and made nests out of a lot of paper and stuff in there. And that was a bill that Hal Myers' daddy was Dr. Myers. And he'd send Mr. Rufus Higginbotham a bill on what he owed him, and I forget how much the money was, but he had a letter in there, and he'd owed him quite a while, you know.
That sounds right.
I carried the letter up.
Well, Dr. Myers was buried in Lexington, right next to the plot where Mother and Dad are buried.
Mr. Hal Myers is buried over Lexington. I went to his funeral.
Yeah, we went to his wife's funeral. We didn't go to his funeral.
We were in Florida doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
By the bridges, you turn right and go up to just a half a mile.
No, we
we
No,
waited.
we were waiting on y'all.
You see all this out here originally was a King's grant to one of the first Higginbothams that came from Ireland. All through there.
It was 2,000 acres.
A King's grant, you know. The King of England granted some of the early settlers so many acres to settle on. So to get it
They would come over, yeah, from Ireland.
That's right.
This place had so many acres, it ran all the way to a hog camp field back on the head of Buffalo.
Oh, really?
And that was
I think it was
one of
originally,
the,
we read somewhere
maybe
where it was
absolute
2,000
first
acres total.
Higginbotham.
But
How many
anyhow,
acres do you own here now?
232.
232 acres. That includes this hill and fields down there?
There's 100 acres on that side of 60 and 132 over here.
Uh-huh. And you own this barn and all this house here? Okay.
That was very
Y'all just go in anytime you
Oh,
want.
that's interesting.
All right, we go in the front.
Glad to.
Yeah, that's good.
It stands out.
yep. Right, huh?
With all this green behind it.
There's a lot of it too, Uncle Harry. That's the problem. It's amazing, isn't it, that center part has been stood this long, I think. 160? Did you say 1830?
See, you're right there.
He was fifth generation.
We appreciate you.
From Ireland.
Letting us do this.
Granddaddy's father. Granny's uncle.
Yeah.
Granddaddy's father was Samuel Beverly.
Okay. And this was his father?
This Rufus was Samuel's father.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry, Harry, you didn't name.
I walk up a hill and man, my heart just...
I meant to send you a letter that we to remind you about us coming, and time got away from me.
In my mind,
Now there's the information we got off.
Get a picture of that?
somebody read it.
Want me to read it?
Yeah.
Rufus Anderson Higginbotham, a fifth-generation native of Amherst County, was married on September 16, 1837 to Sarah Elizabeth Hargrove. There's where the Hargrove name came. January 12, 1818 to February 9, 1902. That's her dates. Their children raised at Nilus were
This is Nilus.
Mary Lucinda Myers, January 21st, 1839 to February 8, 1922. Henry Harrison, February 25th, 1841 to July 28th, 1899. Betty Ann Cash Parr, March 5th, 1843, and they don't know her death. Thomas Joseph, January 6, 1845 to November 2nd, 1934. Pitt Absalom, October 3rd, 1846 to May 29, 1864. Pitt was killed in a Civil War cavalry engagement at Hanover Courthouse, Virginia. The family tradition is that he died in the arms of his brother Tom. Both were Confederate cavalrymen. Tom went back into the battle and fought off the badly wounded neighbor Tom Watts, who later married his sister, who was, let's see below, James Walton, August 3rd, 1848, April 28, 1911. Lenora Jane Watts, I guess that's who. Thank you, Dad. May 28, 1850, died after 1934. Charles Marion, December 24, 1852, July 29, 1856. Willie Bell, June 12, 55 to Henry 5th, July 3rd, 1856. Samuel Beverly,
That's our grandfather.
birthday unknown, he died in 1907. And Fletcher Hargrove, June 28, 1858 to 1946. Henry Thomas and James were moved to Missouri where they brought their younger brothers, Sam and Fletcher, as the years went on. Both Sam and Fletcher returned to Virginia. Nilus finally passed into the possession of Fletcher Hargrove, father of 13 children, most of them born in the old home. Fletcher's oldest, Cyree, subsequently owned Nilus until it was purchased and restored by Hayden Mays in the 1970s. The picture of Rufus Anderson hung at Nilus for many years until it was found there by the youngest son of Tom and Lenora Watts. Watts gave it to William Rufus Higginbotham, who is the grandson of James Walton and the youngest son of James' oldest son, Rufus Lee. The picture newly framed was returned to Nilus as a tribute to May's restoration. Long may it remain where it belongs in the memory of a memorable family.
So this place is named we treated.
That's February.
Where the name came from. Now, I've never heard of it came from. But where do you know what it means?
It was like Granddaddy.
I thought maybe it was
It's not. This is they wanted to mean that.
I believe our home place, my daddy owned, I'll be back to him on ball. I couldn't come on now. This is between the now I use that with someone on for stove is like to bring those in. All of those mouthpieces is from out the fireplace in the house. All these when I bought it. All these were gone. Somebody take them. Miss Si's sister, what was her name, Eva? Oh, the host down here. She, I'll call her name in a minute. But she told me she was living time and she came up here after I bought it. And she said, I had a bunch of mouthpieces down there, any of you need now, you can go down and get them. I went down and she had all four of them in the motel. So she built a motel right next to her 4 acres. Mary Lou,
Mary, that's right. Mary Brown. That's Mary
Mary Lou,
Brown.
yeah, this house there. I know some girls that recently bought it. But she told me, she said, you want to get them. Well, I went down there and I met some.
Yeah, Lord.
This is part time. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the original floor there?
Here, it's original, yeah.
That's fine also.
I couldn't get my own. Now this is built when
You put that on. Did you have this?
Well, maybe that room's wrong.
I put the brick in. It had a fireplace in there. I used that, but it took it so much I want to put a stove in, so I just take the brick and close that in. But all of those mantelpieces, there's four fireplaces in the house. And all of these, when I bought it, all of these were gone. Somebody had taken them. And Miss Si's sister, what was her name, Eva?
Oh,
Owned the house down here.
I didn't know that.
She, I'll call her name in a minute. But she told me she was living at the time and she came up here after I bought it. And she said, I got a bunch of mantelpieces down there. Any of them you need now, you can go down and get them. And I went down there and she had all four of them in the motel. So she built a motel right next to you on her 4 acres. Mary Lou, I believe.
Mary Lou, that's right.
All right.
Mary Lou Brown.
That's right.
That's Mary
Mary
Lou.
Lou Brown, see the next house down, see. And I don't know, some girls that recently bought it. But she told me, said, you go down and get them. So I went down there and I matched the mantelpiece with the wainscoting crack. Each one of them, and I got them back to each room, you know. By doing that.
Is this your daughter?
That's what done. That's where it's made.
That's a lovely picture.
No, this is an addition. I don't know. He said he built this. He put this door in. Because you can see the original exterior brick here.
Yeah, this is the wing that was added. That he put in. And the back wing.
They don't have weights on them. We raise them up and got button, old-fashioned button right there. Yeah, that's a legal button. If you look there and see, there's a legal button on there. Well, you can pull it out. Now all button and it's up there. I had built the house. Started working on it. Still hard by that, what to do with it. One guy that sold it, he worked it all evening. I'm getting you, I should have figured that's what the two of them made. So he came up one day, he said, Johnny, he's hot there. I mean, let him cross scale. Put this in the scale. That's how I do scale. I done framed it, set work, and I do scale. So what came by there, and I knew it, they were all changed. And I blew up at him. He said, I'd like to put on that. I said, what's the thing? My daughter said, you know, they're in school. The college said, I'm going to look at me places all over. You know, see that Tim Schiff people, they were big just like the only thing, just like I did. The only thing different is the picture. He said, he was on the ceiling as arch, and I was put that arch in mind of
Can you guys specific and how much you have to return?
I'll show you something. I said, two big there. They were big brick. And the house, even at the bottom, I went down about the foot and so
That's later,
up 2 feet deep. And they crossed brick up, and the brick must be 24 inches wide to the bottom. And then when they come up with a road jaw set on it, they dropped back to 3 brick thick.
Right.
And have a shelf there, fluid off the set on. And all of this was open here, and all of the beams in here, the 2 pins, you need the ceiling on the ceiling joist, and the road jaws up there. So they have bead on each side of it now. More bead. 18th century bead. I've done some of that. Oh, this one here, I put it in the closet here. Put it in the big closet. These are picture doors. That's the original, all the doors, can't make them. I had to take this back. Well, that one over there, we looked on the other side of the dining.
Now, you obtained the house from
I put these clothes in the hall, this one, that's what these. I go down, or I don't know. I don't know that house, and I think that's all, where them kept on, I got, like 18 houses, 10 pieces of floor, I got enough to do it.
Did you have a farm? Okay, and there's two stairwells?
There was, huh?
Us now, back in some days, when the dollars and the sun was go up through the same gate all the time, you'll get it. One was used for the girls, one for the boys. Just when you look at the bought it, all the walls and all the, look at what they're inside.
Oh, yeah. A lot of work.
That was a bench work, huh?
How long has it been used?
I don't know if someone did that. There's a original floor there, right there. Oh. I'm wrong. That's all right. That's where the old roof is.
Where was it?
I remember seeing that one girl. She said the way it's starting to time Sam is, oh, the chest, there was no chicken out, and some gone place, and you refused to make it down.
Back in 1830, they don't know.
She had four miles in there, likewise, yeah, we ate about 40.
But that interesting, there was no chicken out, and he recognized the chestnut and refinished it, and it's beautiful.
Well, I guess you can appreciate this.
Yeah, we used a lot of old barn.
That's what I said, the reason I was telling you, I bet it would be so interesting to you.
I've used a lot of old barn boards, cedar barn boards, for wainscoting and all this stuff.
My middle name's Hargrove, so that's right. And not until
I'm Sam.
my junior, Dad came up and took a picture when he was up here last. I never know where my middle name came from.
Why could you do it? No way you can You have a real builder, knows what he's doing, and he is. They can do wonders. They can do wonders.
I restored,
No, here's the
this is the new section. And this was the original home brick. That's right. That's your home.
Yeah. I came this summer.
Is this the girls or the boys?
I think this is the boys and other girls, but I'm not really sure about that. I just know separate the boys and girls. I had maybe you have, but I have. Chelsea, we're going to ask her to come on.
There's even a third floor. There's even a third floor.
Yeah. Third floor.
Well, that's where I heard everybody.
How much the land around here do you have? Does it go all the way to the creek or the river? Top of the ridge? So you're on top of the ridge. This is the river. And how far?
It's 8 mile road going on this side road, this side road.
Really gross and stuff up here. Just take a picture out the window.
You know how much Why could you do it? There's no way you will fix that house that I live in it. But you have a real builder that knows what he's doing, and he is.
Yeah.
They can do wonders. Yeah. They can do wonders.
I restored,
Over here, so if we can see.
If you get it to 3, 4, or 5 kids, you don't know where it is.
There's a step up there, Sam.
And this was the original all brick.
That's right.
The exterior of the home.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Your turn to come over for Thanksgiving, right? Here you go.
I came this summer. But you came. Spend your money. Rachel sent me a deposit.
Is this the girls or the boys' stairwell?
Well, I think this is the boys and the other one is the girls, but I'm not really sure about that. I just know they separated the boys and girls. No, I haven't. Maybe you have. I haven't. Maybe you have, but I haven't. Tell Susan to come in and we're going upstairs. Tell her to come on.
Susan already went upstairs.
Oh, did she? Did Bud? Well, tell Bud that we're going upstairs.
There's even a third floor. There's even a third floor.
Yeah, There's the third floor.
Well, that's where I heard everybody.
How much the land around here do you have? Does it go all the way to the creek or the river? Top of the ridge? So you're on top of the ridge. This is the river. And how far?
It's 8 miles road on this side road, this side road.
Really gross and stuff up here. Just take a picture out the window.
You know how much
This blew off. It was 3-story tall. And we put it back. All the rafters blew off and put it back on the shoulder and hang. It didn't match up like the carbon could rock. That was more stupid than carbon.
Was it a stone that blew it off?
Yes, ma'am. That's what they tell us, blew it off.
When was that?
I don't know. I could pull out on it, I'm sure.
I love it now. Did you love this now? Yeah.
This is really
Everybody else.
You see the view out the back. It's wonderful.
I was funny because Hargrove County done
The